Hello, I'm Brandy Agerbeck of LooseTooth.com, and I help you reclaim drawing as your best thinking tool so you can see and shape your life and your work in new ways. And I think it might have been a month or so since we've had Studio Tuesday. I am here in the studio and I've got some gorgeous images behind me from completely revamping the registration page for the Agerbeck Method. So I have been in my little hidey hole recording a new introductory video, making all these fantastic images, and just much more clearly explaining what the heck the Agerbeck Method is. So hop on over to the agerbeckmethod.com to find out all that good stuff. So that was all in preparation for last weekend, which was the Agerbeck Method's first birthday. So June 1st last year, I launched the Agerbeck Method, my core online course about visual thinking. And to celebrate her shiny new dress of registration page and her first birthday, I had a wonderful celebration and promotion for the course. And almost 100 people joined, and we added 11 more countries to our gorgeous global community, and it gave me some money to breathe more easily financially, which is very important, especially for those of you who know last winter was a doozy. I had the worst depression I've ever had. Thankfully, treatment's going well, but there's definitely repercussions to that kind of thing, right? When you're scraping yourself out of bed in the morning, it's hard to pay the bills. So very happy to be here, very happy to be feeling better, very happy to describe to you a few of the things that are coming up next. So personally, I'm going lots of so's. I'll try to bring down the level of so. Well, now I'm being really self-conscious about it. Because the Agerbeck Method is an all new, shiny, and polished, I'm now focusing on this time between, June 10th-ish to the end of July. Well, I'll be heading off to New Jersey for the IFVP annual conference. So, IFVP stands for International Forum of Visual Practitioners. I counted it up, and this is my 16th conference since I first attended in 2000, which feels like a lifetime ago. And in those 16 years, I coordinated, led a whole bunch of those conferences. Lots of hard work with teams of volunteers that were far too small, but we made it work. Definitely keynoted, definitely ran breakout groups, and this time I'm showing up. And I'm thrilled, and I'm especially thrilled that they've posted the attendee list, and there's so many of my learners, so that's another celebration. So I just really look forward to seeing old friends, meeting learners, online learners I have not met in person, and I've been working on several key things. So I'm going through this transition in my business for the last couple years. You've probably heard me describe this before, and is that I'm shifting from being the one person in the room that's supporting a group of people. That's very much the graphic facilitation work, where I'm there to do the drawing for them. It has been absolutely gratifying, and it's time for a new chapter. It's time for a new era, which is shifting from being that one person in the room to teaching everyone visual thinking to help them draw for themselves, think for themselves, draw for themselves, improve their listening skills, all the sort of fantastic things visual thinking can help you do. So, not closing the door completely on this side, but very much focusing my energy on teaching and speaking. I recently talked to another small business owner. We talked about sort of the superstition about how much do you actually talk about the changes in your business, because there's sort of this feeling of, if I say I'm shifting out of this, then everyone's like, Brandy's not doing it anymore. And it's like, no. That's not exactly what's happening, but it's the difficulty of helping people understand I was here, I'm happy to be here when it's the right opportunity, but this is the stuff I'm super excited about, very much tied into the Agerbeck Method course. That's exactly where I'm heading. So, there was a so. Probably several in between my admonishing and that, but The IFEP conference has given me a really gorgeous deadline to work on a few new resources, because where I'm at personally is I feel like there's definitely great resources, online courses, all that good stuff to build for this audience. For those of you who are like me and you are the one person in the room drawing for the group of people, I definitely want to create great resources for you, and really excited to building the stuff for everybody, which is absolutely where this is behind me, these images from the Agerbeck Method registration page. It's super exciting and awesome, and part of it for the shift from here to here is I want to like tie up more bows, feel more complete with the resources on this side, so I have more space to work on the visual thinking resources for everybody. That gives me a great deadline of IFAP to kind of build out as much as I can without burning myself out in the next 6 weeks or so. Over here, those resources specific to graphic facilitation and your graphic facilitation work, if that is the role you do. Now, the first thing I'm building is when I say a small course or a mini course, it's not that it's perfunctory, it's not that it's like surface level. I love those words, perfunctory. It's not that it's a surface level course. In this case, this first course is short on time, but really deep in content, in like really usable tools. And that is shaping the agenda. This is all about how do you have those prep calls and have those communications with your clients before you actually walk in the door that create a triple win. Now, the three audiences this is going to help is your client, helping them understand through the prep call and communications what you're about, how to work best together, letting them see what you can do to help advise and consult on the best use of visual tools for their audience. So the first one is very much a win for the client, being far more confident in what you do and clear on your role and how you are going to help rock that event. The second being the participants, again, advocating for your role, helping introduce the best use of visual tools in general and how to integrate what you're doing into the event to really help the participants, attendees, audiences have a fantastic experience. The third is you. The win for you, where you're working more easily, you're not going through like those weird, firefighting where something's gone wrong during the project, or just simply feeling like nobody really understands why I'm here. So I'm like, why am I here? All those things that create friction in your own experience. So many times through years and years and years of people asking me, what if this, what if that happens? What if this happens? What do I do with this? What about this? All those things are a burden on us because we're trying to anticipate every possibility. So that's why I created this online course called Shaping the Agenda, to address those conversations so you can truly see the shape of what you're doing together to make everything easier for your client, for their participants, and for you. Very quickly, the other two things I'm working on. Some of you know that was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I think it was 2016-ish, I did a pilot for a very in-depth online course called Graphic Facilitator Confidential. And again, this is me pulling back the curtain on my 20 plus years to really help you learn what business does your shape need, what shape does your business need to take. And there's different answers for different people, but I absolutely broke it down by 5 different modules: networking, marketing, client communications in general, all this rich, getting into like so many best practices bundled up together in this course to give you just like, here's what I know, here's how you create this beautiful business that suits you, delivers value to your clients, and I really break down what are the different choices you need to make to be able to do this work out into the world. And along with that, so that is very much about the business. Like, how the heck do you get yourself out there, do the work, and get paid? Kind of in between Shaping the Agenda and Graphic Facilitator Confidential is a new online foundational course about the graphic facilitation itself. That is Gold Star Graphic Facilitation. And I've got an interesting way I'm going to try to launch graphic facilitation, Gold Star Graphic Facilitation, and Graphic Facilitator Confidential. So stay tuned for those. But I just want to let you know that's what's in the works. Very much focused on this group of being the one person in the room drawing for the group, so that I can kind of get out as much as I know about the 22 years I've been doing this stuff for many, many clients all over, I won't say the world, but all over industries, all over so many different industries, so that I can really focus on this good stuff over here. So hope you enjoyed this update. I look forward to seeing you in the courses soon.